when Dolls in the City happened, and at that point I wasn't really ready with work, but over the past several years, knowing artists who were working on this subject matter and hearing people talk about it, I finally thought, I'd like to give it a try. And during a meeting, a women's caucus meeting, there was some discussion about trafficking, and one of the members mentioned that the average age of a child in Atlanta is 12 years old, and boy or girl. And at the time I had a 12-year-old boy. And it kind of shocked me and hit home, and I thought, well, that could be my entree. Looking into boys. Boys are not really, you don't really think about boys. They are a minority in terms of trafficking. So I did some research, and what I found out was, in terms of sex trafficking, boys are perhaps 2% by some estimates, although there was a study in New York where 50% of the kids were actually boys that were being sex trafficked. But also worldwide, in terms of labor trafficking, there's a huge issue with men and boys being trafficked. And so there's state-sponsored slavery, there's private people being hired under false pretenses and cross borders into slavery. And so I just really was looking at what's happening to boys in this one. And so the text behind it, I started with just some text that came off of a website which was just talking about the underrepresentation of boys, and part of it too has to do with shame. Like in terms of sex trafficking, boys who are trafficked often feel shame, and they don't really know how to come forward and ask for help, and sometimes they're dismissed even when they do. People just don't really accept that they could be victims. There's an idea about who can be a victim. And I asked my 11-year-old son to model for me, which was squeamish. I felt squeamish about it, but then I thought, that's exactly what this piece is about, and he was willing to do it. He was wearing his pajamas, and I thought, well, I'll just include that. Shows the sort of the youth, but I also want to look at, he looks a little older than he actually is in this, and this also kind of looks like a work suit, so either way. And so I just wanted to show, just sort of in the rough way that I painted it, and with the image of binding and the scrolling out of the mouth features and everything, just the lack of, they have no agency, they have no voice, and that's about it.
Questions? Comments, anybody?